today we are hands-on on the field. So in so many past videos we have been talking about theoretical stuffs, but today we will be actually checking what you need to come check before purchasing a vehicle. Right away, to help us do that, we have the best mechanic in town here. He's called Mechano Dylan. So he's the one that will be diagnosing everything you need to check before actually purchasing a vehicle. With Dylan, we will go through the engine, through the oil pump, to the oil tank, and everything you need to check before purchasing that vehicle. So Dylan here. Good morning, Dylan.
Good morning to you, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Hope you too.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So as I earlier introduced in the video, you will just, be showing the different parts that, individuals that come to purchase vehicles need to check before to have, a vehicle that doesn't live in 3 to 6 months. So let's start. You will just, show the different parts and we'll proceed.
Okay, hello guys. How are you both doing? Today we are here to show you guys how you are going to, to identify the vehicle that in case it has any fault before you buy. So we'll start with, for example, now if you can't buy a car, the first thing you need to check now with your car, you check the plugs, because you have, if the plugs are not okay, when you try like to match the fire, it will be, I don't know, you see the sound will be different because the plugs are not okay. So another thing, first thing you need to check the oil. If the oil is changed, then you check if it's clean. You try like that, you see it is clean. So you go to the next step. I don't know. For now the battery is on charge. So for now I don't know. We cannot start the car for now because the battery is on charge. So then the most important one, you have to check. That one they call, I don't know in our language, we call it overheat. Yes, because if you have to buy a car, first you need to check if it have overheat. So first you need to tell the person to start it. Once he start the car, you tell him to press the fire. So when you press the fire, you need to check, you need to press it. So once you press it, you see it is hot, you tell him that no, this car that will disturb because you have overheat. Yes, because once it's hot, you know that you cannot go a long way. That's the most important thing. Once the car have overheat, that overheat like that can cause the engine so many things, so many damage in the car. So that's the most important thing.
Okay, Mechano Dylan. So the next question that so many people have been asking me too is that sometimes when they come to purchase vehicles, maybe the vehicles have already been fairly used. In the dealership, maybe when they are the person that wants to sell them the vehicle, everything goes on well, maybe with the engine and the other different stuffs. But once they get on the road 2 to 3 days after, they notice that there are problems on the vehicle. So what are those things that can really help you diagnose? Because you can come to the dealership, as I said, you check everything is fine, but now 2 to 3 days after there is a problem. So are there certain tactics that these people actually deal with us that we need to do, like cross check?
Okay, now I don't know how I will make it for you to understand it, but I will say it in my own way that I know that maybe you understand.
Yes.
If you want to know that the car is a fairly used, so first thing you come at the inside of the car.
Yeah.
So the first thing you tell the driver, the owner of the car, to start it. Once he start the car, you tell him to match the brake, to hold the fire. Yeah. Once he hold the fire, you will listen to the engine very, very well.
Yeah, to the engine sound.
Yeah, the engine sound very, very well. So once you start listening to the engine sound very, very well, you start checking some few stuff. For example, you start checking like the color. You see something like a line, because once you see a original paint of the car, you can see some mistake, like you see all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see something like that.
Yeah.
You see something like that, so you check it very well. You ask a few questions, because you ask the person that this car, you have seen it like it have been sprayed into another color. So you should make you understand. The person have to make you understand that it's the original color. For you to make you understand, you have to show some few things. For example, now you come, I don't know, the camera, I don't know.
Yeah, they'll see us.
So you check on top of the car, you see, because normally you can never spray it perfectly how the original color is. You can see it from here. You can see from the lines. It's already showing that they are sprayed, because there are 2 different colors here from the lines directly from the car. So that's one of the.
Let's come back to the most important point of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Because we know that the rest of the vehicle can be good, But if this part actually is not actually in perfect conditions, there is a problem. So I also want you to educate our viewers there on the how often should they do oil changes, how often maybe should they check the different stuffs on their engine in order to be sure that it actually goes well. So what should they do about the oil changes?
Okay, about the oil changes. So what I do that when you wake up in the morning, as a driver, as a perfect driver, first thing you do in the morning is that when you wake up in the morning, before starting your car, you have to open your bonnet, come to the engine, you check the oil, because this is the gauge of the oil. So you can see this full, this empty. After this line is empty, and you check how clean it is. This you show that this oil like that, it has been about 4 to 6 months. I have not changed it. So it's not that clean. So from there you see it is very dark. When it's very dark, you know that they need to change the oil. So that is one of the things that cause engine to get back faster. The oil is important for the engine. One is not clean, it helps to damage the engine faster. Yes, and that particularly one I'm saying, very particular, the very one I'm saying, the overheat. Yes, once you start the car, about 2 to 30 minutes, you start touching the pipe from the radiator. You start touching the pipe. Once it's hot, too very very hot, you know that car like that, it has overheat. That overheat can cause the engine to knock. So many things, cause damages. So many, yes. So that's the most important thing you need to know.
So let's take in another scenario. Maybe somebody is traveling to a site that there are not so many garages. Maybe like, let's say, Ekona and all those villages that are not very inhabited. So let's say someone happens, his car just stops abruptly and it's not more starting. This is a problem that so many drivers encounter. So if the car just stops in the middle of nowhere, what should be the first thing that he should check in his vehicle that can permit him to at least bring his car to somewhere that they can check the problem?
So that if your car suddenly stop at the middle of nowhere, or let me say at the middle of the road, first thing you need to check is your battery. If the battery was charging, if the generator was charging the battery, what is charging the battery? That's the first thing you need to check. Or secondly, you need to check if the car has overheat, because overheat like that, because the car to I don't know how I put it, because the overheat, it makes the car not move well. No matter the gear you put, the car cannot go that faster, because the overheat, the water from radiator is not penetrating to calm down the temperature. So that's the first thing you check. When the car stop, you check your battery, you check the radiator, you check the overheat, everything. You check it's not that it's okay. So then you check from your I don't know how to call it, the key starter, the plugs that give the strength to the engine to move very well. So that's it. That's what I can say for now.
So one of the last questions that I want to ask you is also something that is actually very current to so many people that are trying to buy vehicles. Most of us, when we want to purchase vehicles, most people that have been contacting me, they take part only of this area most of the time, but they forget the tires. But since I know you are a pluck talking about tires, I also want you to give us some advice about tires. How can you diagnose that this tire is a good tire? If maybe you're trying to go to a long distance, how will you manage to know that this tire, it's good tire?
So the first thing you need to know about tires, you have that's the most important one, your tires. Before going for a long distance, you need to check your tires. There's something we call the date of the tires. So normally tire have 6 years to expire. So the first thing, you check the date. If the date is okay, then secondly you check the tires. Now if you see something like a line, like we call it in our normal language the crack. If the cracks, the cracks on the tire skin, you see some fuse crack like that on the tire. Like for example, you are seeing like this. You cannot go anywhere with this tire. So you need to change the tire to put a new one, to replace with a new one. Then if you are driving, if you realize the car is not moving where you see not balanced, not stable balance, you see the car is like it's dancing, you know that the tire has issue. Either one of them are bent. For you to know that any of the tire issue, you need to bend down touch the tire around like that. Forget about if you get your hands dirty. You don't usually look for water to wash your hand. I don't know. You check, you touch it around, then you will know. From there, you will know which of the tire is bad. Okay, you need to change it.
Okay, let's also take in another scenario where some people also went to areas where they are no mechanics like you that can help them change. So what are the three main materials that every driver needs to have in his vehicle in order for him to easily change his tire? Tell us more about that.
Okay, for you, for example, now I can say somebody that loves to travel a lot.
Yeah.
So first, you need to have your spare tire. The most important thing, your spare tire need to be the most good tires among all your 4 tires in your vehicle.
Okay.
The spare tire needs to be the good one, the best among all the 4.
Yeah.
Because your spare tire is the savior of the day. Yes. Then secondly, now you need to have your jack, your wheel spanner, your wheel spanner. You have your wedge. They have your triangle. In case you have any issue on the road, you need your triangle to put you on the road to indicate that your car is faulty. Yeah. So that's that's the most 3 important things that you need. You need a jack, your wheel spanner, then your triangles and your wedge.
Okay.
Yeah, you need that. That's what you need most in your car. Okay. In case you are somebody that loves to travel a lot, you understand? Yeah. Then if you are just around town, you still need it. Forget if you are still around town, you still need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that because somebody that is going, somebody that loves to travel a lot needs it more than you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean if you have a flat tire on the way, you need your jack, and the best jack I recommend for you to have is hydraulic jack.
Okay.
The hydraulic jack is the best because those ones that usually come with a car that you need to bend down and wind that. It fails a lot.
Okay.
The hydraulic jack is the best among all. Hydraulic jack is the best. So that's what I can advise.
Okay, Dylan, I know I can't ask you all the questions, that maybe some certain little tips that you can give to our viewers here just to tell them bye-bye. So what can be just certain tips if maybe a driver is traveling that maybe has not asked you that you can give to our viewers right here? Well, I'll be very happy. So just tell us some last tips.
Okay, guys, if you are somebody that, I don't know, if you are somebody that loves to travel a lot,
yeah,
if you know that, okay, now you need to travel maybe somewhere very far. So first thing you need to change your tires. Then check your engine, your brake lining, your brake lining. Then make sure that your jack, your wheel spanner, everything, your spare tires are okay before trying to go anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the best advice I can give you. In case you have any issue, like for example, like what I was saying, like overheat on the road, then you just make sure you have your water on the you have your spare water. That's what I can say, because that's the only emergency you can have at the moment. If you have your overheat, you have your spare water that you can maybe add to the radiator for it to carry you to where you are going. That's why you can arrange the overheat.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but most people, most of my experience, I've seen somebody driving like that. You see a car just over the road. He will open the bonnet. You see a smoke coming out from the bonnet. That's overheat, and that causes the car to stop moving, and the car cannot go anywhere. See the overheat. The temperature of the car have come back to normal. Yeah. So that's what I can tell you for now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Dylan.
Yeah.
As to remind you, Mr. Dylan is the best mechanic in town when it comes to anything concerning your vehicle. So you can contact him. He's just situated opposite the Faculty of Health Science. So if you're a breakdown anywhere in Boya, just contact Dylan. I will leave Dylan to give his contact so he can contact you whenever you have a breakdown around Boya.
Okay, guys, you can contact me on 676 57 6561.
Again?
676 57 6561.
Okay. So you'll be directly
contact me on WhatsApp anywhere, anytime.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm available.
So thank you very much, Mr. Dylan. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. So just as a brief recap, we went through some parts that you can actually check when you're coming to purchase a vehicle. So Dylan, which is the best mechanic here in town, actually helped us go through some of these parts. As I already mentioned, if you don't know me, I'm Juni. I'm the owner of Juni Car Services. I help individuals who are in need of vehicles, all over Cameroon, and most especially in Boya, because right here I'm in a dealership in Boya. So we sell all types of vehicles such as Santa Fe, Aventis, and all different types of vehicles. So if you're in need of a vehicle, kindly contact me. Contact me with the number in the description. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like our video, and leave a comment. Also turn on the notification bell not to miss any of our future content. Big up.
Subscribe.